Hi there, everyone. I have Kaylee here, one of my students, and she is going to kind of model what it would look like if I was taking an oral reading grade for her. So she is going to just read a small passage for you, and I am going to show you how to use the oral reading rubric that I have posted. And what we'll do is this is not how I would do it. I wouldn't stop the student and point anything out to them as they're reading it to me, but I just want to kind of show why I marked what I marked as she is reading it. So Kaylee's going to begin reading. I just simply put her name at the top and the date that I'm recording the reading grade in. I do this during reading groups, so the whole class is sitting there. They don't really see what I'm marking or anything like that. All right, so Kaylee, go ahead and begin reading. I just want you to start right here into the story. So this is Shh by Bethany Roberts. Okay, begin.
Cody, I heard, and then called, hurry up. The game is starting.
Okay, so I'm going to put one tally mark for didn't sound out correctly because on the word call, she said called and added an ED.
My friends were outside
Waiting.
waiting
So since she misspoke on that word, I'm going to put a tally mark.
for me to play baseball.
And she self-corrected. So because she repeated the word and self-corrected, I put a tally there.
With then Brent had. That's it.
No, keep going just a little bit longer.
Okay. This is a big. This is only past that 3.
Yeah, keep going.
Totaled.
Told.
Told. What's told means?
Told like I told you something.
Told me that I was the best one at throwing the ball. He says that I just
And she self-corrected that word.
had to play on their team. Like, I know what a team means. Like volleyball.
Yep, good. Keep going.
I still love this. I told. There's 2 tolls. Then him. I had to go get my mitts. But then is I remember
Good.
Where I had left it.
Okay, so Kayla, let me ask you some questions. So can you tell me what sport were they playing in this story?
Baseball.
Baseball. How do you know it was baseball?
Because they had to play baseball.
Okay, so did it say the word baseball or did it give you other clues in the story about it?
Just baseball.
Yeah, it said it. Do you know what kind of equipment that he had left?
Probably his mitt.
Yeah, good. And what were the team doing? What was the team doing?
Playing baseball.
And did Brett know where he had left his mitt?
I forgot.
Well, it says, I told him I had to get my mitt, but then I remembered where I had left it. So did he remember where the mitt was? Okay. So what I would do is down here at the bottom, she was following along, obviously, because I was pointing at it. But then for answering questions, since she missed one of those questions, I just simply put a -1 there. And then I would take off a few points for that. All right, so I went ahead and let Kaylee be done with the actual recording part so I could kind of explain in a little bit more detail how I actually figured the percentage grade on here. So as you can see up here, these are all of the errors that she made.
And what I usually will do is count them as 2 points off a piece. So she made 9 errors times 2 points off. So she got a 22 out of 40 points. And then in this section here, for the expression part, I circled reading like speaking and using good voice inflection, and I counted 5 points off for that. I could have gone higher in this area if I wanted to, as far as counting off points, but since she had so many technical errors, I just counted off 5 points for this. And then in the comprehension section, she missed one of the questions, so I took 5 points off a piece on this. So when you add up all of those scores, she ended up with the 72%. So she is one of my more struggling readers usually, and gets kind of distracted easily and makes a lot of different technical errors as she's reading. So this is still, I know a lot of people want it to not be so subjective, and this is as close as I have found if I am going to factor in the technical expression and comprehension parts of oral reading. So if I just wanted to do just technical and only give them a score based off of how many words they got wrong, I have done that before. And what I would do is I would just count how many words they read and then divide that by how many errors that they made. And if I were to only give them a score on technical, I end up just Xing out this section so the parents know that I am not counting this as part of their score. So that is a possibility. But as you know, oral reading has many components and not just if they're missing words. We want readers to be good readers by how they speak and not being too loud or being too soft, and making sure they're not racing through the punctuation marks. And those are all important parts of reading. So this is the score. Once again, I am not an expert in this area. This is not Abeka saying this is the way that you do it. This is just what has worked for me for the last few years. I've just had people asking how to grade oral reading, so I thought I would try to share with a real life example of a student and just letting you listen to how a reader might sound in a classroom, and then how I would mark these as someone is reading them. So I hope that this helps. If you have any more questions, just let me know below or send me a private message. I'd be glad to answer as best I possibly can. I hope this helps somebody out. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.